And I'm gonna kind of show you the easy way how you can start making money with the internet in right. We're using the different tools and internet to kind of get things started. So on that case, let's take a look at the agenda for today. So the agenda we're looking at, I'll give you a quick history on the overview of e-commerce. We're going to talk about the different categories. We're going to get into the benefits and the different types of application. We're going to focus in on one particular application. And then I'm going to give you guys some online an account that you guys can explore and set up and start exploring the actual e-commerce for your business. We're going to go into marketing and sales. We're going to look at how you can pull reports, which is pretty good for Inc. When it's time to do your tax report. Sales channels, how you can get on Amazon, selling on Instagram and all that good stuff. And the good thing about this is how you could be in two different places and be and conduct business, which is beautiful. You know, you could be on the beach relaxing. You can pull your mobile phone out. You can see clients that comes in. You can communicate directly with the clients. And what's pretty good is that you don't have to have any technical background to do this. You know, you can also have design templates set ready to go. Your payment platform could be set up, and we're going to jump right into the most important part, which is shipping and handling, because everybody want their product on time. So let's jump right in. Now, guys, feel free to jump right in. We're gonna it's gonna be, you know, an organic kind of night where we're gonna jump right in and share some cool things. So e-commerce is basically a division of trade or production which deals with exchange of goods and services. So everybody has some type of goods and service that they can offer, whether it's a product, service, manufacturing, or retail. You can always use commerce into your business. Now, there are different types of e-commerce business. You have B2B, which is business to business. You have B2C, which is business to customers. B2G, which is business to government. C2C, consumer to consumer. Government to consumer, which is G2C. And you have government to business. So sometimes you might find yourself, for example, my business, what we do online, I do a little bit of both. I do business to business, and I also do business to customers, because sometimes a lot of customer, like we do wholesale. So the business come to me to get wholesale, but also I have the clientele in, which I have to have two different forms of revenue set up. Okay. So e-commerce is commonly known as electronic marketing, you know, which is really, really cool. It makes things easy where you don't have to have a brick and mortar station. It just makes your life easy. It's a buying and selling of a good service electronically over the internet. And basically you have purchasing, selling, and exchange of goods using the computer. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, the process. So basically, anyone could be on their phone. I know you guys have done this with Amazon, same concept. You find your product, you place an order, you put it in the shopping cart, okay? Then they check out, the customer completes the order, you get the notification from either on your phone or your computer. It's fulfilled either in your warehouse or someone else if you're doing drop ship. And guess what? It's out the door without you even doing too much work. Okay. Now, the process of e-commerce is, I know, just give me a quick overview because I know some of you might be familiar with this, but one of the key thing is having a really good catalog. You know, people need to see visually. If you have products, you want to get good photos, good representation of your product. You want to have um, electronic connection directly to your shopping cart, so it's quickly. You don't want every second the client come in. It takes maybe 7 seconds to lose a client. So you want to make sure everything is working smoothly. Visually, your product you can see from different angles. Your checkout button is visible, all that good stuff. Any questions so far? Kimberly, how we doing back there? Terry, how we doing? Okay.
Did you say Terry?
Yeah, Terry, if any questions, feel free to stop me, all right?
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to jump right into business to business. And basically, it's basically simple. Intel, for example, business to business could be, it's about 80% of e-commerce uses this type of business. You have Intel selling microprocessing chip to Dell. Heinz is a business selling ketchup to McDonald's. Same concept. Okay, so that's business to business. Now, business to client, you have Dell selling a laptop to clients. So that's your business to client. Okay. Now there's some advantages, and I'm going to go over some of the advantages. Quicker checkout, selling products is much faster. You have 24/7 access to buying. 24, your shop stays open 24/7. You have access globally, okay? Low operational costs, better for quality of services, no need for physical company setup, easy to start and manage your business, and customers can easily select products from different providers without moving around, okay? Key elements. Remember the key to business is to keep that cost down, okay? Disadvantage, unable to examine product personally. This could be a problem, especially when you do drop ship. You know, if you're using someone to process your product, they might be using a material, a t-shirt that's a inferior material. And when the client gets the product, is not what they intended to be. So this could be a big problem here, the quality. Not everyone is connected to the internet. Um, there's a possibility that credit card, you have theft where your information might be stolen. So one of the key things we're going to talk about is security on your site and mechanical failure. Maybe processing, maybe the checkout, maybe accepting. One of the issues some of my clients, and I'm gonna share with some of my clients, you might have clients in different countries. And I know sometimes in the Caribbean, PayPal worked better. Some of the credit cards was an issue. So mostly overseas in the Caribbean, they check out much quicker with the PayPal. So you want to make sure you have that feature checked on your site. And I wanted to give you six key elements for e-commerce customers experience. And customers want this. This is what they want. They want it to be fast, in and out. They love personalization. Data protection is critical. You should be able to adopt new technology based on how things are flowing. For example, if a web browser has updated and your platform you're using is not keeping up with the times, that could be a problem. Um, Easy checkout, clear, and also shipping is important. Now, what is the key to e-commerce success? Okay, you need to know who your clients are. This is important. You need to know your clients' price points, how much they're willing to spend, where do they hang out online? Are you targeted? Are they on mostly Instagram, Facebook? So once you have an idea where your clients are located, what they're doing, then and what their price points is critical. And also you want to know who your competitors are. That's critical. Find out what your niche is. What is your niche? What? And you're gonna find it's not gonna happen overnight. You're gonna find out, hey, you know what? This is what I need, and this is what I need to do. 1 second. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna share with you, and I'm gonna give you guys a link. But the link will give you access to create a free account through my business, and allows you to set up an account and explore. So I'm gonna show you how this works. So let's go on the back end. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat. So if you need it, you have the link. Let's go here, bada bing, bada boom. Chat, there's a chat. Let me get you the chat here. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be in the chat here. This gives you access. Okay, I'm going to send this to everybody. You might want to copy this and save this somewhere. So this will give you access to setting up an account. So I'm going to show you some of my clients, and these are clients that are that has 2 jobs. Okay, for example, let's take a look at this client here. This is a young lady who said, you know, Paris, I want to start selling clothes. She works security, and she works in the day. So we were able to set her up with an account. So what she does, she actually sells product and shoes. So if you look closely, we was able to get her set up. We did the logo for her. The clients can buy now. Can you see the screen that I'm showing
No,
you?
no.
Okay, let me share. I got it. That's it. Okay, let me share this one. Okay, I need to stop sharing and let's share again. So here it is. Okay, how's that? Much better? Okay.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so again, this is like a no-brainer. You have clients who are working regular 9 to 5, but running a business at the same time. And this young lady wanted to kind of sell products. So here it is. She'll be able to walk her through the process. Clients can come in. She have different categories. And what she does, she has a wholesaler that she goes through direct, business to business, and then she gets it and sells um, directly to clients. Notice on the bottom, she can share this document. So let's say someone likes it. I want to add it to the bag. Notice in the top, the bag is set up, ready to go. We check out, and it gives her different options to check out. I can add more, see how quick it is. They register, or they can pay by PayPal or different versions. Okay. Now, one of the key things that people love, and this is a trick, guys, is that people love free shipping. Okay. Now, one of the key things I tell my clients is that you don't want to get rich over one sale right away. You want to build your reputation, build your clientels, but the shipping could also be included in the price. Okay. And I'm going to explain how that works. So let's go here. So this young lady, she has about her. Um, shop now. This is a quick access. So you can scroll. Now, I'm going to give you a quick, this is something you always want to remember, guys. There's no cutting corners when it comes to, you can cut corners, but then you're going to lose at the end. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Because, for example, I have a couple clients that wanted to go online and take photos from other people and put on their website. They would take photos. They would find a distributor that offer a cheaper price, but the quality was okay. Okay. So when she shipped it out to the client, they didn't like the material. Just by saving $3 or $4, you end up losing a client. So sometimes you want to make sure, and I've learned um, is that pay the extra money, get quality, and charge the price. you know, it's you don't want to do it. You just, it's just not a bad taste. And when people start saying, hey, they stuff is flimsy, is this, one word, one apple can spoil the whole bunch. So keep that in mind. Now, another thing you want to remember, this is important. When you start adding photos on your site, what I had to explain to this young lady is that, hey, you got a good concept. Why don't you get people to get your friends to pose and take the pictures, or hire someone to take the pictures? So she took my advice, but didn't really take the advice and found a picture of someone wearing and end up adding that to her website. When she did that, we got an email from the company stating that if she can't show proof of this, she's going to be sued. She has to cough up $10,000 in legal fees. So this is something to remember going in. Hey, if you know you're going into fashion, hey, let me just make sure I get some models or stage some photos. It makes your life easy in the long run. You don't want to get hit with unforeseen problems. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that was just a young lady, Shoe Candy. Here's another client. This is a school teacher. And she wanted to create teas where it deals with a message. So I kind of set her up, and then now she does everything herself. She does these hoodies. She got local kids to model the outfits. Um, she got professional tees. Here's her modeling her outfit herself. You see? Now, keep in mind that as a teacher, she can write off this as a tax expense. And it's not a bad gig, because now you don't have to have the brick and mortar. You still can say, you know what, we did this, we had to order a shirt from the printer. This didn't happen. But as you can see, she's taking her own photos, she's doing her own creativity, and that's what it's about. She has a description and all that good stuff. Okay. So here's another one. These guys are in Texas, another client. They got into the medical mask. And these guys are doing very well. They do business to business, to schools, they do government, they have business to business, and they also have clients. So their concern was that, hey, they wanted to create two websites, you see, and their budget was small. So I say, why don't we put the business to business, and if they're serious, they contact you, and then you can have that conversation moving forward. And if they're ready, you send them the actual link to purchase. So they're doing pretty good based out in Texas. Same concept, good photos they took. And notice how everything calculates and change. Okay. So now let's take a look at the back end. How does this work? How we put this together? Okay, so that link that I sent you, that link gives you access to create an account. Okay. When you create an account, this is the back end you get. Now I've messed with a lot of different things. I messed with Square. I messed with what's that? Wix. I like this platform because it's very intuitive, very easy to maneuver, and quickly to set up and start doing business right away. So to do this, you would just create an account, enter your business information. You add your products, and very simple. You just click on here, upload an image. I'm just do something real quick. Open, image goes right in here. You give the product a name, you give it a price, and you hit save. Okay, you're almost done. Let's add some more. Next step. So do you have a category? Now keep in mind that when you set up your e-commerce site, everything is based around categories. So you might have ladies cut, ladies t-shirts, so you would have a ladies category. All right. So that's just give you a quick idea. So I'm gonna go right over here. So add product. You want to verify your search engine optimization. Okay. So this is pretty good. Where's your location? Is it US? You pick where you're going to be doing business, which is United States. What kind of currency you're going to deal with is US dollars. Okay. Are you going to advertise? You can also advertise on Google, which is cool. And you can offer discount to increase your sales. So let's say you want to create a promotional code. I could go in the back and I could say, you know what, let me go ahead and create a promotional code for my clients. I'm going to call this um, February code, whatever, give it a coupon code and save it. And once I save it, that code will be on my website. So I can put how much I want them to get on that particular discount coupon. Okay. So back to dashboard real quick. I'm just giving you a quick overview. Setup, shipping. I love shipping setup because look at this. You just click on that and you just go right here and set up shipping. And you have different options. Now, if you have an account with UPS, you will have to set that up to UPS and just link it. Then UPS charge like a monthly fee, subscription fee. I tend to use the US Postal Service. If you're doing business, I recommend creating an account, which let me show you real quick. USPS. Okay. So can you see my screen? Can you see the US Postal Service?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, this save you a lot of time. Why would you want to go in the line and stand up when you could just print your labels, put on the box and drop it down? Just walk in and drop it and you keep it going. So what I've done in the past, when my clients come in, I just use the click and ship. Pretty easy. My information is already set up. I put my information to put the client we're shipping to. They can pick up from my location, or I can drop off. So recommend if you're doing business, hey, it's free. Create a UPS, United States Postal Service account where it allows you to ship your stuff out. Now, if you have to deal with package and shipping, one of the key things is you want to test run, do a test run. Now, I know they have these, they have the packages, which are the $7.50 package, which is like an envelope. Then they have the medium and they have the large. I use all those 3 shipping packages for my business. Why do I use them? Because for t-shirts, I know if a client orders, I can do free shipping if a client orders 3 shirts, because it pays for itself on the envelope shipping. If a client orders 10 shirts or above, free shipping, because I can then put that in a large box, which is $20 to ship out. All 10 can fit in a large box. I already did that. I went out and experiment with this. So I know going in, I know what I can work with. Okay, so you got to go out, figure out how your product can fit. What's the average cost? Okay, now I love this part. This is easy. Let's enable this. Okay. So shipping is set up just because I just enabled it. Look how quick that was. And then get paid is very critical. I love using Square because Square allows me to take money anyway. I can do it on my phone. I can do it here on my e-commerce. I have PayPal set up. So all you do is connect Square. If you have a Square account, just go ahead and connect it. And then all you do is put your information in and it links straight to your account. Okay.
He's showing us how to set up stuff online.
Yeah. So look how simple this is. You just connect if you have a Square account. If you have a PayPal account, you just connect and see I have a demo already. So I would just enable my PayPal account, boom, and edit, and it's already set up. Or you just put your PayPal email in and you're done. Okay, so that was payment. Now I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna work my way down, okay? Now what's good about this, when you set up an account, it's gonna give you a dummy template that you can play around with. So I'm gonna just walk you through how you will upload a product. Now, what I would like to know real quick, guys, what type of business do you have? Are you planning to run? Any t-shirt business, any services that you do here, whatever? What are some businesses that you can call it out?
I've got a T-shirt business,
Okay, perfect.
and also I'm looking to get in this e-commerce period. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, perfect. Well, if you have a t-shirt business, this is the future. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to demonstrate with you, and I'll give you some tips. Okay. What's the other business we have in here?
Alternative energy.
Okay, very good. So alternative energy, you're selling a product.
I'm selling products for components to generate energy for the
Beautiful,
home.
beautiful, like a Tesla battery concept.
Basically, yes.
Okay, beautiful. So then you would need a site where they can purchase, shipping, check out, all that, and collect data. Nice.
Yes.
Now, what I like about this, notice, guys, you see in the top corner, you see you see this little lock here.
Yes.
Okay. See, this already comes with that. It makes your life easy, so you don't have to worry about purchasing a site lock, which is additional. Okay. And then you have to purchase an SSL certificate. These are all this extra stuff that they get you with. But not knowing that, they're going to tell you got to have, Google say you got to have an SSL, but this stuff comes with it already. So let's take a look at how you could create a product. So if it's t-shirt, all you do, just like I did earlier, you just click on the plus, upload your image, and here's your image. Now, you would give it a name. A SKU is like something that you identify it for your records. Now, this is your business. So my recommendation, you got to give things that you can quickly say, hey, I know that's a tank. So let's say like 001 doesn't tell me anything. I might say 001 black tee. In my records, I know this is a black tank top because that's a SKU number. So you got to create the codes to help you out throughout your journey. Okay. I usually don't put no pounds because I do US postal shipping, but you can put pounds based on if you went out and weighed this. So if you know what the pounds is, it's going to calculate that for you. Just like in here, it's just like when you're using Microsoft Word, you just type in a description, you can center, you can bullet, you can do all kind of cool things right in here using this document. Okay. Somebody was writing on the screen. Okay, so right here, okay, you can add products, you can substitute. Let's say you don't have that particular shirt, they might want to substitute. You can then add something from the catalog to give them an extra description to substitute. Okay. Now, right here, I call this your quick setup. For this particular product, let's click on attributes. You might have a specific attribute you want to put in here. For me, I don't really mess with the attributes in this area, but if you want, this was display on the storefront. So it's like giving it another word, another variable, another word that kind of identifies the product. Now, options is going to be your best friend. You want to give the people options. So right now I have sizes as options. Okay. So I have small, medium, and large. I'm going to add another value and I'm going to call that extra large. Now I'm going to give this price. Now what happens, and this is important, guys, you could do business, but you could be losing money if you don't have the right price point. You know, this is very important, guys. You have to know your numbers and you have to know if you're making a profit. Okay. This is, I say that because it's important. For example, now I call my supplier for shirts. Prime example, he says, Paris, you know, shipping went up. I say, inflation, man, shipping, supply chain is hard. Everything went up $3. I say, okay, not a problem. So now I know I need to carry that $3 over to my clients. So how do I do that? So, well, I raise my price right in here. $22.99. Okay. So right now, I know sometimes extra large is a little bit more. So extra large would be $1 extra. Okay. Let's add another value. When it comes to 2X, I'm going to put $2 on 2X. Okay. So if someone wants a 2X or whatever, based on, and this could be based on whatever product. Let's say you have a alternative energy, which is energy 1, and that goes for this price. You can also change the prices up. You could also do no price here, and you can put the price here. So if you select the sizes, the prices can be all in here. Okay. Now, what's pretty cool, let's preview what this looks like. What if you have color? Well, let's add a new option. Let's add a new option here, and let's call it color. Okay. Now, how do you want them to select multiple? You can do a checkbox system. Add. I'm going to put red. I'm going to add a new value, black. Now, what if black might be a little bit more because darker colors are hard to print on? So I'm going to put $2 extra on that. So you guys understand the option area right in here, pretty basic. Okay. So you can add multiple stuff here as you go down. So I'm going to move on, but let's take a preview real quick to see what it looks like. Here it is. Okay. So if I click on, look what happens to the price. It jumps to, automatically jumps to that. Automatically jumps to 24. You want black, bam. It just keeps adding. And when you check out, bam, because this is a demo, it has no bank information. So I'm just demoing for you guys. Okay. You could also, this is good too. You can manage your inventory. So if you know you have maybe 50 shirts coming in, you can put 50. Okay. Or you can have unlimited. Okay. Now, this is really good. Let's say you out there hanging, doing something, and your inventory went down. You can give it a notification to give me a notification when I get to 5. When I'm down to 10 shirts, let me know so I can restock. Okay. This is very useful, very useful. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to skip file because you don't really mess with files too much. Okay, shipping is pretty good. You can offer free shipping on this product, or you can offer a fixed price. Okay. Taxes, you're going to set taxes up based on the state that you live in. Okay. Search engine optimization will be keywords. This is critical. You will put in here a description of your business, meta tags. It will be like t-shirt, best t-shirt in South Florida, colorful t-shirt. You just put all keywords that describes your business so that when they do a search for your business, it's going to pop up. And then here's an example what it looks like. Okay. Okay. So when Google do a search, bam, it's going to give me a description of everything. Okay. Related products, you can enable this to have products that relates to the product that you're working on. And in the buy now button, you can position this anywhere you want on the page. So I can enable that. So I can have my buy button right underneath the image once I'm ready to go. Okay. So it gives you an example. Look how it looks on the side. You see? Different options. So I noticed that they say that the average person, you know, you want to do more image, less text. Okay. How do I know that? All universities now are changing their format of teaching and online teaching for students. I couldn't believe it. I went to this workshop and they were like, Mr. Paris, times have changed. We have to give pictures, images, videos, and maybe 3 to 4 sentences, and that's it. I said, wow, times have changed. So you do the same approach when it comes to your e-commerce business. Okay. So how are we feeling right now, guys? A lot of information, good information. Give me some thumbs up, give me some yay, some voices.
Great.
Great.
Yes, good information.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's keep rocking and rolling. So we went over categories, products, categories. We didn't look at sales. Now, orders. When your orders come in, okay, you can generate, you can advertise. This is beautiful. You can connect your site to Facebook, Google. I mean, it's like very, very cool and quick. Google Ads. You can enable your Facebook discount coupons. We went over that. You can have newsletters for your clients. Marketing. And remember, this is the marketing piece. Okay, this helps you generate more traffic. Now, keep in mind, not every space is for you. Your client, based on your client's niche, might be particularly on Instagram. I know my clients are on Instagram. I know a lot of my clients are word of mouth too. Now, I want to share this free resource for you guys. And let's go to Google, google.com. And it's such an easy free service. Let's go to Google search. And I'm going to type in my business, Power Fruit. Okay. Now, notice that on the side, it says a 5.0. This is my business here. So right now, and this is free, and my website is linked to Google. So I always get a lot, when people come down for any events and any shirts, one of the key words that pops up is custom. See, we're in the top of Google search. So right in here, this is called it's called Google Business. It's free. You can actually have reviews. I can go here. Clients come right here on the website and leave feedback right on Google. So this is also a free tool for e-commerce, and it kind of links your site to it. Okay, as you can see on the side. So free again is always good. Okay, and I can go straight here and purchase item right from, and it's linked to my my online platform. Okay. So we got that. Let's go down to reports. Now, reports is a feature that's important. When it's time to pull your report, all you gotta do is hit, bam. I'm about to go see my tax guy. Let me go ahead and print my report. Let's see where the traffic is coming in. Okay. This is self-explanatory. I think reports are very important to see what's happening, where people are trending, where they're going to your site, what items they're buying the most. It's good information to have. Overview, sell everywhere. So this is for your, we talked about your Instagram. Like currently I have my Instagram set up through here and through Facebook. So by having an Instagram account with this platform, it allows you to connect your Instagram and start selling right away on Instagram. So that's another revenue, another way to capture some more clients and sales. Okay, so here you have Amazon. You could also link your whole website to Amazon. Okay, same thing, just by get started, fill out the application, and this website would be linked to Amazon. Okay. Now, one thing I love, there's some lines I see on here, but one thing I like about the, okay, before we do it, let me just go over mobile. Okay, this when you start doing your business, it comes with a mobile app. So one of the key things I like is that you can actually do business with this phone. You don't always have to be in front of a computer. You have inventory on your phone. You have clients you can communicate right on the phone, back and forth. I mean, I think it's a great another way to kind of engage with your clients. Other channels, we talked about this, Facebook, where you can sell on Facebook, Google Shop, which you just saw my Google Shop link with my website, and Amazon. We talked about that. Okay, so now let's take a look at design. Now, okay, 1 second here. Let's refresh. Now keep in mind, I gave you the link, so when you get some time, you guys can actually set up an account. You can actually start selling like 5 products on there for free. And when you want all the other features, you can check those. You can just let me know. Shipping, we talked about shipping. Very simple. If I want to add shipping, I just click here. I want to set up UPS. Right here, it gives me the option to do free shipping. I love that. So I'm going to click free shipping. And you can give a description. Right here, you can change what you want it to say and hit finish. Taxes, let's go into taxes. Setting up general information. Taxes is important. So manage your tax rate. Create a new tax rate. Okay. Give it a name. Pick the zone. We know it's 7% in this. Okay. And then specify the zone. US. That's how easy it is. Okay. Invoicing, you can invoice customers right here, which is cool. Where you can see you can set up invoice directly inside. You can add your logo to it, upload your logo, and everything is right in this particular tool. Okay. Give your description, tax ID number, business ID, footer, and you're good to go. Let's go to website. Now, what's good about this, you might want to change your look maybe for every year or whatever. So notice that it gives you options. You can you can pick a layout. You know, it gives you the vibe. You can actually change it around. You go on the side, you customize your mission, you type it in. It gives you everything at your fingertips, a lot quick, easy to go. Back to the dashboard. Let's go back to website. Okay, so heading. So right now we're looking at the heading. If I want to change this, I can change it. I can change the colors. I can change the layout. It's many different options you can just play around with. Okay, I can change the typography. I can add my logo, scroll menu. Okay. Let's view the website. Okay. I'm going to take it back. Okay. So that gives you the option where you can swap out looks and design of how you feel. Okay. Any questions so far?
I think Willie has a question.
Okay, 1 second, Willie.
Hey, yes, good afternoon, Mr. Ray. Listen, I have one that I just added to the group has, she has would like to be able to speak with you after you finish because she missed like
Okay.
half of the meeting. Her name is Diane Simmons.
Vicky, I will send her
Can you
the
hear me?
recording of the video.
Thank
I
you
will
very much.
send her a recording. You're welcome.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ray.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's great. That's
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hi, Mr. Paris. I'm enjoying. You're very thorough. You have an easy delivery.
Thank
My name is Tressa. I'm actually in Los Angeles, California. My question is, are you using Wix, or who are you using to host this?
Okay. We actually use we're a reseller. We carry the Equin product. Now I've messed around with Wix, and there was another one I messed around with over the years. And I used to build website, and we used to do this back in the days where we had to code this stuff.
Right.
But as you can see, it's so easy. And we offer, and let me show you real quick. Fruit. Okay. So here's my official site here, right? So when a client comes here, let's say they want to check out the gallery. We got all the products that we work with. We do music videos, photography, all kind of stuff. So let's say they want to get the shirts. This is the same platform I just shared with you guys. So I have categories. So let's say they want custom. Now I know my clients, I do business to business, and sometimes if you notice that there's some price and there's no price. So with this, it allows them to come in and set their own prices. Okay. Hold 1 second. Let me just check my computer.
Guys, I'm gonna try and do this class again for longer. So
Okay, Miss
Okay.
Karen. Okay.
But he
Thank
only
you.
has 1 hour and he's kind of rushing through. So I'm gonna ask my boss if we can do it again for 2 hours.
Okay. Yes, especially if it could be broken down
Right.
in the back end, because that seems like that's really, really important.
Yes. Okay then.
So how how are you all enjoying the class so far?
I'm enjoying it because it's a lot of information that's valuable, especially now that everything is online.
Well, the theme is real, and he has a very easy pace that he's going. He's very thorough. So, yeah, I mean, the information is definitely, we could put it in action in real time. So it's really good.
Yeah, you guys listen. The key is like I gave you the link so you can go in and set up an account and start messing around. Nothing could be broken, which is good. Just have fun and learn as you go. And then what we could do, maybe we could do a follow-up. That's okay, Paris, I wanna go the next step. And I can kind of walk you guys through that process.
Just spoke about that when you went offline, that we're gonna do it again for longer.
Got you. There's so many features that we can tap into, but I would rather you guys maybe mess around with it, and when we meet again, we can start launching. There's a lot of key things because I've been doing it for a while and I service a lot of clients. So most of my clients are like, they do their business, but they do this also, you know? So I just try to make it easy for the clients. And I think this platform and which we offer makes life easy for a lot of people. Okay, so let me do one more thing. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so now, and basically once you're done, right? Once, for example, that's basically it. You're looking at, you know what's pretty cool? Because you might have abandoned cart. This is important. Okay. Abandoned carts are important because let's say a client gets there, but then they got sidetracked. This program will send them an email. Hey, I just want to touch base. Where from your organization want to know. Hey, you guys, we saw you were shopping and you had some open items in the cart. Would you like to continue shopping? You get that email, and it also gives them follow up. So you don't have to be working. This thing actually does the work for you. It automatically sends out emails and connects with your clients to keep them in the loop. I think that's important. Let me see here. You know what I'll probably do is get some of the clients, like if we do this again, maybe I get some of these individuals who are selling their product to maybe to share their experience and how they're able to move their business, um, stuff like that. And you could do anything with it based on, for example, for me, if I go here, okay, so this is where we do a lot of different things business to business. For example, clients need their stickers, pop-ups, flyers. So I don't advertise this too much, but most of my business come from the shirts, website, e-commerce, and music videos. We do a lot of music videos here in South Florida. So you can customize it based on whatever you're selling. That's what I love about this. Okay. Site appearance. Oh, this is important. How many of you guys have a domain? A .com. Okay.
Do you want us to put it in the chat?
Just talk to me. We just organic, man. You do you have any domains? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I have a domain. Oh, yeah.
Yes. We have
Good.
one.
Good. That's
Yes.
important. That's important. So when you have the domain, there's a couple of things that we can do to
Yes.
kind of get that domain visible more. And I want you to start. This is a secret. This is a homework. I want you guys to find a website that is similar to yours. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to let's find a site. Let's get a site that's t-shirt. T-shirt. Okay. So when you type in a business that's similar to yours, I want you to then see what's the first 3 business that pops up. And I want you to look at how this site is, but there's some key things on this site. And if you go to, let me see here.
I got homework.
I mean, is there going to be another class as far as like how do you get the traffic? Like, are you using funnels or are you just using all organic leads, or is there going to be another class on that, or you want to speak briefly on that subject?
That's a whole nother ball game. So we don't do that.
I had to put it out there because we got your attention now.
That's a whole because that's where these are quick little things that I've learned that help my life out. Is find those key sites that you like that's doing very well. And then what you do, you go here and you start looking at their source code, right? So if you look on the left, you see all these codes here. So sometimes they have keywords in here that you can just copy. So what I would do is copy the keywords into a notepad. Let's say you found some keywords, you Command C, create a notepad, boom, and you paste them keywords. But it's mainly looking for those keywords that they have. Okay, so I'm gonna go, but you have to know where to look. So the next class, I'll probably give you some tips of how to find those keywords, so that all you have to do now when you go into your back end, into your program, you will paste those keywords in your back end. Okay.
And that's for the SEO, right?
Yeah, you taste them in your back end. So now when people are searching, guess what? You popping up too. You popping up right with the big boys. Okay. Couple of tricks and that helps you out, a lot. Let me Back to my dashboard. Okay. Now I know we said we did an hour, but I think we can continue planning. Homework is just to mess around, go in, set up an account, have fun with the link I sent you, upload some products, see how it goes. And then we can play around with the website, set up a website for yourself. Okay, give it a name, change it up. You can always customize if you want to have your own Photoshop and stuff done. That can be done, but it just basically walk yourself through it. And then when it's time, you link your domain, set up your domain. So wherever your domain is, you would just link it directly in the back end. So when they search that domain, it's going to link directly to your shopping cart. Okay. So I'm going to pause here, and hopefully this is I gave you a lot of information.
No.
You know, but I think we can start. We can at least get the ball rolling, jumpstart this, and test the market out. See what people are saying. Send it to friends. See what they think about it. You know, the key is to get some feedback right away. It's called build, measure, learn. Test it out, get the feedback, learn from it, and then do the whole cycle again.
Ray, so
Okay.
our next class is the 27th. So instead of branding, do you want to continue with this?
We can do a little bit of this, and then we can probably get into the
brand.
the social media part, like the branding and but connected. Because the thing is, with the images that you link, this is important. The images also must have some kind of code in them too. You know, like the way you label your image is important. So we could do something on that, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So we go into this a little bit more in depth, but then we go into social media, the marketing, brand,
And
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. Yes.
So everyone, our next class is our next workshop is the 27th, next Thursday.
Yeah, 27.
Also, the mom and pop grants are out for District 2. So I'll be contacting some of you so we can do applications. It's $10,000 grant. It's a $10,000 grant. So tomorrow I'm going to, or maybe not tomorrow, because I have a emergency in the family. So Monday, what I'll do is send out 2 pages of what the requirements are. And then you contact me and Shirley to let us know whether you're going to apply or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many of you guys have websites?
Yes.
No, mine confused. I had started one. I started a couple, but I get confused with the website and the domain name.
Okay, what I'm gonna do too for the next one, I'm gonna connect the website with because the key is you want to be able to do this yourself. Easy, instead of calling someone, hey, I need you to do this. No, then they're gonna charge you. And the key is you want to be so self-sufficient. So I'll show you a tool that most of my clients use. Jack and Jill, let me show you one real quick. Okay, this is a client here. Okay, recording artist. We set her up. She can now come in on the fly and do what she has to do. Okay.
What does she do?
This is she's a singer.
Okay.
And what she's done stuff with, she's been under Trina for Trina, but now she's we've been doing her music videos and
Okay.
did a lot of videos.
Really nice.
And guess what? This site is $14 a month. Can you believe that? $14.
That's nice.
And she can do all the updates herself. Events, we got events coming up. She have her SoundCloud links. videos, and home. Jack and Jill with the Jack and Jill of America of Miami.
So Paris, that's the name of it, Jack and Jill of Miami?
No, this is another organization we did. The girl is called Nia Amber Music.
But I'm talking about the tool that she's using.
No, this is Parafruit. She's using our tool in the back end for Parafruit that we offer to. So I'll share that with you guys right here. So if you go to parafruit.com and you go to e-commerce or you go to web hosting. So we offer website builder. If you scroll down, this is the plan that she has.
Oh, okay.
And with this plan, look how, and this is important because you have WordPress, you have HTML. Now WordPress catches virus a lot. If you don't update the back end, someone can take over your website. And it happened before to some of my clients. So I pushed them in this direction because look, you get 24 support. The SSL is already connected. Search engine optimization is connected. Everything is inclusive. So it just makes your life easy where you don't have to pay extra fees for the SSL, the site lock, and all this extra stuff. It's just $14 and you get everything you need. And it's responsive, which means it could be seen on any type of platform.
And we're going through you, right?
This is yeah.
Do you have to sign an annual contract?
You can pay as you go. You can do monthly or you can do a year. You can pay a year and you can cancel anytime you want.
What happened if non-payment account suspended?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to ask,
Yes.
You know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I get it.
And this is Jack and Jill of America.
You know what I'm looking at that's really just amazing, the colors.
Now the key to this is design. So I'm a graphic designer too. So when I touch these, I have to create the illusion to make it seem big,
Oh, okay.
So it's about the colors, it's about the layout, the composition, all that comes along with it,
Okay, so I would need this at a $14.99, then I need you.
Then you could tell Mr. Paris, I need you to put your magical touch on it, and bam.
And then you'll give me a quote first.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't afford Mr. Paris.
No. It's very reasonable. Very reasonable. Like for most of our clients, we try to keep it, once they have all the information, like Jack and Jill have all the verbiage ready to go, then I come in and design it, set it up, and then I train you how to do it.
Okay, you
Very
went
fair, Angel. He's very fair. Angel, he's very fair.
So I train you how to do it.
Okay.
Right. So listen, it was a pleasure working with all of you guys. Let's look forward to the next session, and I'll try to put something inclusive, maybe some of this, the web back end, and also the keywords and all that good stuff.
Mr. Paris,
yes.
I asked you in the chat, I don't have the link that you gave earlier.
Okay.
Could you resend it?
Yes.
No,